Hello everyone, this is Shargaas coming up to you again with another top lane commentary. Let's play top, playing this time Renekton. Sorry for having making a video for quite a while, but been busy and whatnot. I'm getting back into it as soon as possible. I'm gonna make another commentary, which I'm gonna upload also tomorrow. I want to talk a little bit about Renekton. Renekton is probably one of the safest, most solid picks in the game for top lane. There's pretty few champions that can counter him. He's very all-round solid. That's why I want to talk about him. Also, to be honest, I've been playing this champion ever since its release. It's actually I started playing League of Legends when Renekton was released, and he's a very intelligent champion to play, and you can pull off some really great things about him. So let's start off with talking a little bit about my runes and masteries. I used flat 80 reds, flat 80 quints, using magic resist per level blues, and flat armor yellow, and that's it. And I'm gonna focus on my gameplay here. My masteries, by the way, is it's 9 in offense and it's 21 in defense. And the reason why I play like this is because Renekton is one of those characters that can make a shit tons of damage with just like one damage item, and he can tank a shit tons of stress and pressure and damage from the enemy team on a frequent level all the time. And my standard opener these days when I go to top lane is like this, like the Rejuve bead for a little bit of health regen in lane at the start, and 5 potions because that's the limit. That's a change that they did ever since. A little bit of trades going on in here. That's the first change that like has been done from the last Nasus commentary that I've made, where I used to go 9 potions with 2 wards. Well, that is not going to work anymore. One way or another, this is what we're doing right now, and at the moment I'm just trading a lot with Jace. Evelyn is in here. She's making a lot of great ganks for me this game, actually. It's really nice. She's trying to come for a gank. We harass a lot. This is actually not something that you're gonna see very often from junglers in solo queue. This is solo queue, but every so often you get lucky to have really nice people to play with, and yeah, this Evelyn really stays around this area, and it allows me to snowball this lane very hard, since I get a lot of farm and the Q. One of the important things about Renekton, in case nobody knew, he uses the Fury mechanics. He doesn't have mana, so he can spam abilities. Nothing costs him really anything. And when he goes above the 50 Fury indicator, all of his abilities get a bonus effect. One of these is that his Q, Call of the Meek, gets plus a 50% damage and also a certain amount of lifesteal sustain. And that's really good to do on minions. It's very helpful in lane as well, because even when you get a crap loads of harass like I'm getting from Jason this particular moment, I just get to 50% Fury like you saw right now, and I get a lot of my HP back. And now we're continue to harass him. I just used the minions to jump and gap closed all the way to Jace, used the ignite. Jace is dead. So at this point, the lane is kind of mine. Unless like something really awful is gonna happen, I'm gonna get like some sort of a really huge gank, or I don't know what. I'm pushing the lane so Jace can lose minions, but he actually has teleport, so he goes back into lane and gets all those minions back. But anyway, I did some sort of a blunder here using Call of the Meek in the middle of teleport. And, kind of lost a little bit of time on that. Never mind. Nonetheless, so yes, let's talk a little bit about itemization. Usually, you really wanna kind of adapt into, well, the game in general, of course, to see who is fed, to know, you know, what are you gonna have to deal with. But right now I'm dealing with physical damage because I'm up against Jace, obviously. So whatever he's gonna buy, Jace these days, according to the meta, according to what everyone else is playing, which is also important. It's important to watch LCS. It's important to watch what everyone is playing and how they're playing, because that's how you know what people are gonna build against you. Not saying that you don't need to watch and look at their builds, but it's pretty obvious. You know, Jace these days, they buy the more mana, they buy the brutalizer, all that like crazy ass instant, you know, poke. And you see he's making a lot of that. He's going for the tier of the Godders right now, which is not like a big spike of it's not a big spike of damage, but it's gonna enable him to spam a lot more because it's gonna have a lot more of a mana pool. So what I need to do at this stage is prevent for him to spam as much as I can, and in that sense, just keep his mana as down as I can. And right now, his mana is pretty damn low. But also, another important thing when it comes to items, especially as Renekton, and right now I'm actually getting a gank here from Lux. They pinged me, so I noticed. My map awareness is not the best, but you shouldn't be afraid when you get ganks. You need to try, kind of like what I did here. You shouldn't go along a very, how to say, a predictable path. I could have just walked through the bush all the way in a direct line, but that way Lux could have caught me. But when I stayed inside of the bush, I made a mind game sort of with Lux in a sense that she didn't know where I was standing, and she couldn't just aim. She could have aimed her snare Q, but there was a much lower chances to actually hit it. And once she got close, because she wanted to see my vision, I just used my slice and dice to just get away through her, and then she couldn't catch me anymore. And that's a really nice trick actually to maintain yourself when you're in lane as Renekton, and avoid ganks and kind of just keep yourself safe. So back into the lane, back into the item discussion. Another important thing about Renekton that is very key actually in playing him. Right now, yeah, we burned his flash, so again the lane is going to be pretty easy. But yeah, a very important thing is his ultimate. His ultimate, kind of similar to Nasus, but not exactly, because Nasus does a percentage of his target's max HP, but Renekton's ultimate is enlarging him, and it does magic damage to surrounding enemies. And why is that an important factor? Well, right here I'm getting yanked, I get pulled back. Just gonna address this a little bit. And this actually goes pretty well, because Evelyn notices this. It shows how key communication can be. Jace has no flash, I know this. Now I go inside and I just, boom, I go with Evelyn, I pop the Q, I stun now Nasus because he has no escape abilities, he only has his ultimate to actually keep himself up with the extra HP, but Evelyn is just gonna finish it up, and she's gonna get out of the turret. I can't stress this enough how important it is, even in solo queue, even if you're not on Skype with people, to keep pinging on assistance or an on my way. You can show people where you are, when do you need assistance. When they ping you, you can look at your mini-map and notice where they're coming from, and it's gonna allow you to make a lot of big counter plays, just like this one. So so yeah, anyway, very important, you need to notice this. And also, just by a side note, dodge. Keep dodging as much as you can. So many people are not dodging skill shots. It's I don't know like how to tell people not to get hit by stuff, but but yeah, just it's a pretty easy thing. It doesn't take much except like a little bit of awareness, even in your lane, like in front of your eyes, you know. That's like the easiest thing. It's not like you have to look at the minimap or anything to dodge stuff, but never mind. Anyway, point being, because of the ultimate that I was starting to talk about, I think a very important core item, regardless of what you're up against, even if it's like an AP damage, but again, it depends on how the lane is going for you. But it's the Sunfire Cape, because the Sunfire Cape does this magic damage to all of its surroundings, and it synergizes like incredibly well with your ultimate, and it's gonna come into play really soon here. I'm gonna show it to you, and I'm just gonna go back now and heal, or not. Actually, I'm gonna sustain myself, and it's gonna come into play very soon, when you're gonna see that Jace is gonna actually try to use the teleport to get into Drake, and he's not gonna notice, and I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna stun it, and then I'm gonna do something that a lot of people just I don't see them do when they play Renekton. It's so key. Even if you don't have the Sunfire Cape yet, which I'm gonna have right now when I go back to base. They don't stick to their targets even when they're with the ultimate up. And once you're close to your enemy, it's you make so much damage even without using your Call of the Meek or Slice and Dice or Ruthless Predator, all those abilities. You don't have to use any of those, you know. I mean, just standing close to the target makes so much damage, and nobody is like noticing that or capitalizing and utilizing it as a tool of damage dealing, and it's an important thing to do. So you're going to notice it right now. Actually, you can see Jace didn't see that I was in lane. He's using teleport. I'm stopping it with stun. Now I'm gonna pop my ultimate. He doesn't even. I think he's looking like where he's supposed to. Now look, I'm not. I have ignite, sure, but I'm sticking. Just look how I'm sticking to him all the time. I'm gonna slow it down here just so that you can see. I'm stunning. I have the Sunfire on. I get his teleport down. Now he can't join his fight, so that screws with his entire team. I use all my abilities. Yes, he doesn't notice yet, but just look at this, okay? Now he's gonna try to run. I'm with my ultimate, with an ignite, with a Sunfire cape, and look, just notice I'm not gonna let him get away. I'm sticking as close as I can to him, and look how much damage it does just by its own regard. And it takes him down completely. Just, you know, G fucking G. You know, you can't do anything. So now I'm just gonna take now, you know, the important thing about top lane mostly, I would say. But not, it's not like a rule of thumb for every game, but you know, this game is all about obviously teamwork, but yes, it's also about objectives. Meaning, if your team actually manages to do all right by its own and keep them all busy, and you're snowballing your lane, it's most likely, because basically the only counterplay you can do when you're losing your lane on top lane is try to get kills someplace else, and it means that you're gonna roam, you're gonna help mid lane, you're gonna neglect your lane for a little bit as much as you can. So when you are snowballing the lane, when the enemy one who is better than you, who can kill you whenever he wants, like that I am right now, the important thing is to keep pushing for the objectives, to keep going for the turrets, because then you're putting an insane amount of pressure into that lane, and you're forcing the enemy jungler to go to top lane and deal with you and try to kill you or get you someplace else. And when that happens, your team, the 4 people from your team, can go and do dragon, or they can go and this is what happens right now. You can see they have to. Lux just has to go and deal with me, and she actually outplays me, but she burns everything. She burns barrier, she burns flash, she burns, I don't know, whatever it is that she had, but whatever. Point being is they have to deal with me. At the time that they have to deal with me, my team can actually go and either take mid turret down, they can take, I don't know, they can take the dragon. We can get gold objectives. We are pretty even this game so far, just because they actually got a lot of those objectives, like drakes and whatnot, all those kind of things. But yeah, that's the point about the top lane, and this is what I'm basically doing all the time that I'm in here. Okay, I'm not saying you don't need to help your team. Obviously you do. There's absolutely there's no doubt about this one. And I'm being like around the map a little bit here, but Jace, you can see on the mini-map in this game, he is looking for stuff to do. He can't do a lot against me because I'm really big. Right now he has the red buff, so he's actually managing to do a little bit to me. But yeah, I don't remember if we kill him. I think we do. Yeah, we do. And now we're getting collapsed upon. But yeah, I'm gonna die here because there's just too much CC from Nessus with the slow. I dodged the laser. You see it even with this Nessus slow, I still did dodge the freaking ultimate from Lux. It's not such a rocket science. It's not so hard to do. Just notice what's coming your way and just sidestep a little bit. So yeah, keep doing that. Keep doing that all of it. So anyway, I come back to the lane, just gonna farm, just gonna harass him as much as I can. I show him who's boss. It's important to show. because he's trying to get my turret, and I'm gonna show him like it doesn't matter how many minions you're gonna have, dude. You know, I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. You know, you can go back home. And that's exactly what he does. I mean, I jump on him with the Ras, slice and dice through minions, I gap close, I stun, I use the Call of the Meek, I have all those abilities up with the Fury, with all the bonus damage, and the Sunfire Cape, the sustain. He can't do anything. He has such low HP, and also this is very important to talk about, just how many wards I put up in this area all the time when I overextend. Because, you know, if you overextend, it's kind of a death wish, you know. It's kind of like calling yourself and you know, telling like, come get me, come and try and kill me, all of you. And it's important that once you get the first tower up, not up, I mean down, on the top lane, that I show on the cursor right here and right here, actually at both entrances, that you put wards so you can see who's coming for you and when, and so you'll know how to avoid it, or maybe even kill them before they can react, because they wouldn't expect it. Vision is everything in this game, and this is part of it. So anyway, I split push, like I said, dodging the skill shots with slice and dice. There's a team fight going on. I'm sticking to them because of the Sunfire Cape and the magic damage, and Lux again has to take her flash out. I get the movement speed from Galio, so I go in more, just stick to them. So I'm going to talk a little bit more again about itemization. I've kept the window down for a little too long, I'm sorry about that. Hard to notice, but so yeah, you have to know. So it's important to buy armor. It's important to have Sunfire Cape to have that armor. It's important to have those Ninja Tabi that I also have, and probably the most important factor on Renekton is cooldown reduction, because all of his abilities, they have very long cooldown, at least all of his basic abilities, the Q, the W, the E. So that's why a lot of people love to build Brutalizer and a Black Cleaver on him, because naturally Renekton is a peeling character. He peels for his AD carry and for the rest of his team, because slice and dice, it's when you have the 50 Fury bonus, it says damage increases and enemies have 35% reduced armor for 4 seconds. And considering that Black Cleaver stacks up to 5 times, up to 25% armor reduction, it means that you have 50% less armor for any target you're going onto. That is very huge, you know, for when you're up against any kind of, basically you can do this to the entire enemy team, and your AD carry is going to do like a crop load of damage in ways that are untold of, and it's kind of hard to describe. And regardless though, since I've been when you snowball your lane and you get like an influx of income, and you know, the best way to enhance that process is, yes, you buy damage items. That's why I went for the Black Cleaver, because I knew in that way I could very easily be able to kill Jace and help the team like at a later stage. But nonetheless, you can see in this game that Lux is pretty fed. I mean, she has most of the kills, if I'm not mistaken, 5 kills, yes, and she has a lot of farm. And she causes a lot of troubles. Yes, I burn all her flash and everything, but she is actually the only one who's been able to make standard damage to me when I was engaging her. Not that she killed me like a million times or anything like that. But that leads me to why I actually bought Spirit Visage. That's an important item also for Renekton, for a number of reasons. First one being is that it gives you 20% cooldown reduction. It means that your abilities are going to be up very soon. You know, I mean, all my abilities now, they're up in 5 seconds, 5-6 seconds, 5-6-9 seconds. That's very significant. It's something that allows you to spam. It allows you to do a lot of trouble when it comes to team fights. And aside from that, Another point that is very important in this is that Spirit Visage increases the self-healing, health regen, and lifesteal and spell vamp effects by 20%. This is important. Why? Because of the Q. The Q heal percent increased to 10% when you're with 50 Fury bonus. That means that when you go to an entire creep wave, you are able to do a lot of crap. I mean, you can gain a lot of lifesteal back from that, and you can see that after I actually got that item, and it gives me a lot of magic resist. Actually, the Lux ulti didn't do that much to me, and you see, I gained like, I don't know, I did gain like about 10% right now when I was like against those. And I'm so big. I'm really like, I'm not afraid of Lux being like full HP anymore, and I'm just, you know, I sacrificed myself. Yes, the tick from the blue Ezreal killed Lux, but I'm more than happy actually to die at this point by diving like this big or this like heavily, because we are very close to finishing. We're just on the enemy nexus, and Evelyn is also split pushing here, and Jace gets caught between like a rock and a hard place, or whatever you want to call it, and can't go anywhere. So that kind of sums it up, like how you do it on top lane with Renekton. I would very much recommend to go this route with masteries and with the masteries and the runes and everything, because you get so much damage in team fights from the enemy team, and you still live. And he's a really good anchor point for a lot of teammates. Just think about him and Orianna with the ball for the ultimate and whatnot. He can just dive in and just, you know, everyone has to deal with you when you're so tanky, when you have so much armor. I have 220 armor, 120 magic resist, and I have so much HP. There's like very little the enemy team can do at this point. So this is the end point. This is what happens. We're just closing the doors on this game. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope that I managed to teach you a thing or two about Renekton, about top lane. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Please like it. Please subscribe to my channel. I would love to hear some feedback, and I would love to do some more things for the community, more videos, whatever I can within the time limit that I have, because I do have a full-time job, and I only have a little bit of time in the evenings and in the weekends. So I'll do whatever I can. Just gonna speed it up until the end, because we're just winning this. It's not. There's nothing much more to show. I'm just gonna shoutcast basically what's gonna happen from now on direct camera, just for the fun of it. So Nami and Jace are just clearing their blue that was stolen. No, it wasn't stolen actually. The Lux took it, and yeah, and Zyra is actually getting caught up, trying to ward, and yeah, this I can't say that this is a good sign for the purple team, though. Nonetheless, they decide to actually go for Baron. So purple team is rushing Baron as fast as they can. They actually get him low very much, and blue team wants to try and actually stop this, because we do have a member down. We do slay the Baron. Now Galio is using his ult on Nami, and what the hell? I couldn't make up whose champion was it in the middle there. Now we chase Nami. Nami's going down, and I think the purple team is gonna just basically, yeah, they're gonna push it to the Nexus. So Renekton is the leader here, just kind of pushing it up, going with the minions, waiting for them, going on Lux, using Call of the Meek. Lux uses her shield. She's trying to dodge everything, but Sunfire Capes does some sustained damage. Q is up, barrier has been spent on Lux. Now Evelyn is coming in, and she actually gets Lux before she can get her laser up. So win is coming for the purple team. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you in my next video. Gonna be up after this one. Thank you all. Love you. See ya.